Hello students, how are you all? I think you all are fine. Until now बच्चे we have covered 6 chapters. The last chapter which we have covered, that is measures of dispersion, and this is your new chapter which we will start today, that is chapter 7, measures of correlation. In this chapter बच्चे we will study about how the related data given to us are related to each other. What is the percentage they are related to each other? Whether they have some relationship or not. These are all things we will discuss today. Like you can take an example, environment at school and absentees of the student. Is there any relationship between these two terms? Or effectiveness of a teacher and good results of the student, are they related to each other or not? And if yes, they are related to each other, then what is that relationship and how much is that relationship? Like suppose few children are having habit of purchasing new and new clothes. So is that related to the income of their family or not? So there are so many aspects in our life which we can check whether the two things are related to each other or not. Like you can go for a boy child or a girl child also. Facilities provided to a boy child are different from the girl child. Is this concept correct? Is this related? How much it is related? And so many things are there. So let's start with the definition of correlation. Correlation is a statistical tool which studies the relationship between two variables. As I have already told you, it studies the relationship between two or more variables. We can have more variables also, not only just two variables. We can have 3 variables at a time, and we can have more than 3 variables at a time. Like we can have age, height and weight. So these are 3 variables and we can check what is the relationship between these 3. And we can have more than 3 also, like this production by a factory depends upon workers, efficient machineries, then environment, then wages, salaries, then counter checkings, then management. So many things are there. So bache, this correlation is measured, then it is denoted by R and it is called its coefficient. We can after measuring the value of correlation, we can denote it by R, and that is called the coefficient of correlation. So here are few examples given in front of you, like between income and expenditure, then between price and demand, and so many things we can take. So many more examples you can give on your own part. Next topic is, what are the types of correlation? Types of correlation can be categorized into 3 forms, that is on the basis of positivity and negativity, that is positive and negative correlation, then linear and non-linear correlation, then simple, multiple and partial correlation. Simple, multiple and partial correlation. Let's try to understand first of all positive and negative correlation. Positive correlation. But when you see that with an increase in the value of one variable, the another variable also increases or with the decrease in the value of one variable, the another variable also decreases. In such a case, we will say that it is a positive correlation. For example, it is generally seen that when the income of a family increases, the family increases its expenditures also. And by chance, due to some uncertainties, if the income of the family decreases, then that family decreases its expenditure also, even if the necessary expenditures are being cut off. Like you can see that height and weight, as the height of a person increases, mostly it is been seen that the weight of the person also increases, although it cannot be true in the vice versa situation. Then you can take more examples, like if you are increasing your study hours. If study hours are increasing, you can get more and more better results. And if your study hours are less, then you have not that much good results. So here also is the example of your positive correlation. If you want to see it through an example, you can see here there is a variable x and y. As the values of x are increasing from 20 to 25, then to 28, then to 30, then to 35, the values of variable y are also increasing, 10, 12, 15, 18 and 20. So this shows that x and y are positively correlated, and especially in this it is being shown that as x increases, y also increases. On the another side, you can see that the value of x are decreasing, and here also value of y are decreasing. It is showing you positive correlation, but in this the values of x are decreasing and of value of y are also decreasing. So it goes in both form, and this shows that they move in the same direction. If one increases, another also increases. If one decreases, then another also decreases. The next one is negative correlation. It is just opposite of this. In this case, what happens? If value of one variable increases, then the value of another variable decreases, and vice versa. Vice versa means if it increases, it decreases. If it decreases the value of any one variable, then there will be an increase in value of variable of another form. You can take an example of price and the goods. Suppose you have been gone to a market, and if you see that prices of a product are low as compared to yesterday, you will buy more quantity of that product. But if you see that the prices are high as compared to yesterday, then you will buy less quantity. You can take another example also. Suppose you are having only 50 rupees, and in 50 rupees, if the price of a chocolate is 5, you can buy only 10 chocolates. And if suppose the price reduces to 2 rupees, then you can buy 25 chocolates. Means as price of chocolate reduced, the quantity which you can buy, that has also increased. So this is type in which opposite form they goes in the different directions. If one increases, another falls, or if one falls, another increases. So this type of thing is called negative correlation. You can read out from here also. If increase in one variable leads to decrease in another variable and vice versa, Such a relationship is called negative correlation. For example, price and demand, consumption and savings. Now bachcha, here is again two tables which are showing you as x increases, y value decreases. As it increases from 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 respectively, the y values are decreasing like 30, 25, 20, 15 and 10. It is showing you negative correlation. And which type? As x increases, y decreases. Here is another table which is showing first it is decreasing like 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10, and here it is showing that your y is increasing as your x is decreasing, that is 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. This is called your negative correlation, and here it shows as x decreases, y increases. The second form is your linear and non-linear, or we can say another name, that is curvilinear correlationship. Linear means when you plot the given data and after plotting you find out that the line which you have observed by joining all the points of plotted points, then you will get a straight line, and that straight line can be upward sloping like this, upward sloping, or it can be downward sloping. Such a type of straight line observations when you get, that is called linear correlation, and you can check it according to the ratios also. The ratio will be constant, like 10 upon 20 ratio is half, 5 upon 10 ratio is half, 20 upon 30, then whatever will be the ratio over here, the same ratio will be here. So the constant ratio increase you will find out. To the ratio which x has increased, to the same ratio y will also be increased, or the ratio by which x has decreased, in the same ratio your y will show an increase. So बच्चे, you can see now that when I uploaded this is a straight line, and here the gaps are like if 10 to 20, then it is 5, then in next it is 10, then again 5, then 10, then again 5. So this shows that constancy is there in the ratio. And bache, you might be knowing that whenever is a straight line, the slope of straight line is always constant. So we can indirectly say that if slope is constant, that is change in x upon change in y remains same at all the points, then you can get this linear correlationship. So this is also the same one, but it is positive, it is negative, it is showing upward slope, it is showing downward slope. Now here is the same thing which is showing you positive correlation in form of a curve, that values of x and y both are increasing, but the increasing rate is not constant as here. It is not constant, it is different from A to B, B to C, then C to D. The increasing rate is different in both the variables. So we have got, after plotting, a form of curve. Here I have shown you only the positive sloped curve, but as we are having here negative, so we can have also a negative sloped curve also we can have, that could be of this form. That could be of this form, like it will start from here and it will go till downside. So that will be the example of negative curvilinear correlation. Then bache, this is the next form, that is simple, multiple and partial correlation. This is more easy than other two. In the simple, it means just when we study the relationship between only two variables, it is called simple correlation, that is income and expenditure, price and demand. If we study the relationship between among 3 or more than 3 variables simultaneously, it could be the example of multiple correlation. For example, relationship of wheat output with the fertilizers and rainfall. Then comes your partial correlation. This type of correlation shows you that whenever a variable is having a large amount of factors affecting it, and we study only the relationship between any two of them and keeps other factor constant, that is called partial correlation. Here you can take an example like production of any agriculture product depends on rainfall, quality of seeds, manures, irrigation, and so many other factors can also be there. But when we study the relationship, we take only 2 out of them and others are taken as constant. So such a situation can be your partial correlation ship. Now the next topic which we will study, that is your degree of correlation. In degree of correlation, what you have 5 types of basically degree of correlation: perfect degree correlation, high degree correlation, moderation degree correlation. It is your moderate degree correlation, then low degree of correlation, and the last one is your absence of correlation. After calculation, when you find, or after plotting, when you find the value of R is either +1 or -1, you can say that it is perfect degree correlation. If you find the R value between 0.75 to 0.9, you can say that it is high degree correlation. This you can take till 1 you can take completely 9, or 1 you can also take. It can be +1 also. This one also can be here replaced. Then in moderate, the values lies from 0.2 ±0.25 to ±0.75, and in low degree it is till 0 to ±25. If positive it will be there, we will take positive. If it negative, we will take negative. And when there is no correlation, you will get value 0, and that will give interpretation that there is no correlation. Two variables are not correlated at all. Like if I study 6 hours, they had to do nothing with your result. Understood? I am studying daily from 6 hours. Then my studying for 6 hours will affect my result. It will not affect your result. So your result and my studies, these two things are very different and they are not correlated to each other. Now bacha, here this one is your a simplified table I have made here, so that you can understand these degrees which we have discussed before. So you will go through this very perfectly. You can go through. Suppose perfect correlation, if positive you are seeing, it will be +1. High degree correlation from 0.75 to 1. Moderate degree correlation from 0.25 to 0.75. Low degree of correlation 0 to 2.5. Then absence is 0. And if you go for -1, here you will get -1. For high degree of correlation you will get 0.75 to -1. For moderate you will get 0.25 to -0.75, -1. And here you will get both will be negative. Then in low degree of correlation it will be 0 to negative of 0.25, and in absence of correlation you will get 0. after the all discussions, what we can say that the value of correlation coefficient R lies between 1 and -1. 1 and -1 means the value of correlation will not be greater than 1 or it will not be less than -1. It will not be less than -1 and it will not be greater than 1, like you were having your this values of correlations that they lies between -1 to 1. Now here are methods of measuring correlation which we will discuss deeply in the next video. Today I am telling you the names only so that you can go through your books and have some understanding regarding these. So that is your scatter diagram. Second one is your Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation. And third one is your Spearman's rank correlation coefficients. So let's have a look again once what topics we have cleared today. First of all, we have done meaning of correlation. Then we have done types of correlation. We have done 3 types: positive, negative, then linear, non-linear, then simple, multiple and partial correlation. And after that we have done about degree of correlation. Then we have discussed about this table showing degree of correlation, and at finally I have just introduced you about methods of measuring correlation. So this was all for today. You make these notes perfectly in your notebooks. Today itself you write them down. Don't pile them up, and read it from your books also. Thank you and have a nice day.